Hey up YouTube, a bit late this month, but we're going to be looking at the magazines. This is going to be the last one for these, I think, unless there's something in particular interesting, in which case I'll probably just announce it either as a short or on the community feed, so make sure you subscribe for that. So I'll see you in a sec and we'll get into these magazines. Like I said, this is a bit late today. I wasn't going to do them. We're actually on the 5th of December, so these have been out for nearly a week, so, you know, is it worth me doing? I've bought them because there was stuff on that I wanted, so I thought I might as well unbox them on camera. Or unbag them. I never know what to call these. Or reveal them, or whatever. I look like some sort of weird... Oh. We'll start with what looks like they're slightly less interesting, but there's a few seeds on here that I actually want for next year, so yeah, so I got Grow Your Own. So we'll start with Grow Your Own. This is not a continuation of the filming of the, although it does look like I'm wearing the same clothes as the other videos, but it's not a continuation. It's just standard allotment clothes. Oh, I'm stalling for time. Oh, what's going on with this bag? I can't get into it. Let me in. Oh, there we go. So we've got the magazine. First things first, we'll put this out there. Oh, I hate this. The free Sutton's 1908, is it? 1806, 1908. Seed tin worth £7.99, just pay postage. I think they're trying to cash in on the one that Sutton's did last year, but at least with Sutton's, they didn't want I think it was about £5 for postage, but you also got about 10 packets of seeds in there, so it's kind of worth it. But, you know what, it's a free seed tin, they say it's hinged, might be worth getting. Okay, we'll start with... This is one of the ones that I wanted, Little Gem Lettuce. I've run out of these seeds, so that will go into March. There's actually quite a lot of packets here. Wonder if they watched my video for last week. It does get posted on their wall. Cucumber Masterpiece. Is that an indoor or an outdoor variety? It's an outdoor variety. That will not be one that I'll be sowing. Then we've got Gardener's Delight tomato, a good standard tomato, nothing wrong with those. I probably will be sowing these for friends and family. Doesn't feel like there's many seeds in there, 40 apparently. April, May. So I probably will be sowing those to give to friends and family that like to grow a few veg in their back gardens and things like that. Salad mix, I never grow any salad mixes. Watercress. No. No. That's going to go to a family member. Basil Sweet Green, we'll have that. That's February, March. So we'll put that in for a February sow. Radish, you can never have too many radish seeds. March, June, and that's Flamboyant 3. And that's a March, June, July sow. So we'll have them as a late season. Or a late summer. And then Beetroot Chogia. I think we've already got some of these. But once again, they're a good little catch crop of beetroots. So we'll go for a late, should we go for a late March, April, May or June? We'll go right in the middle there, we'll go for May. So that's Grow Your Own. I'm trying to get through these quite quickly with as little waffling as possible, which is, as regular viewers will know, is quite a challenge for me. It looks like, although he's on the cover of both magazines, Charles Dowding has been busy in the publishing world. Sorry if you can hear the kettle in the background. But one of the articles that attracted me to this is 5 top chili peppers to sow now. Now these are January magazines, so it's referred when you look at these magazines and it says things to sow now, always remember that these are not released in the month for which the articles are intended. The idea being is that obviously you can read them, you've got time to digest the information, and by the time you've done that, it's planting time, or you know, it's relevant. There's an article, or the RHS advice that's in this week's month's magazine is all about stone fruit, which is something I need to brush up on. So for me, there was about 3 or 4 packets of seeds, but the articles in the magazine look like they're very good this year. They're reviewing things like potting composts, plants to sow for an early season, and how to look after your plum trees, which will be relevant for me next year. Kitchen garden, it's hefty. These, by the way, were bought in Asda, so bear that in mind. Like I'll always say, it's not necessarily the same stuff in every supermarket, although generally this time of year it does tend to be that it's the same stuff no matter where you go. Only 2 packets of seeds, but both are ones that I wanted. We've got aubergines. I'm going to have a go at aubergines next year. I'm going to get those in nice and early. They're going to be a January sow, and they're going to be going in the grow tent under the Spider Farmer light. Get them really nice and lively plants. I'm also trialling, let me just turn that off, a brand new to me way of doing the seeds in the grow tents and starting seeds. I'm trying Jiffy plugs, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. It's the first time I've ever tried them. They seem to be getting popular, and more importantly to you guys out there, I'm using the Quar ones, so they're peat free. Tomato Rosella is the last packet of seeds. There's only 2 with this month, but I will say kitchen garden generally give you seeds that are more relevant to the time of year, and of course at this time of year, apart from really microgreens and things like that, there's not a great deal to be sowing. But we might give those a go, and they're going to go in, if they go in February time. Got another pair of the gloves that they gave us, was it 2 months ago? They're double dipped, as it were, on the fingertips. So you've got, I'll pop one on. Once again, I've got large hands. I normally buy size large gloves, and there's enough give in these for me to be able to wear them, although I would say they're probably more suited to a medium. But you see, they've got a rubberized hand, and that rubberization comes all the way around the back, and then you've got extra thick textured fingertips. They're really good, and definitely good for free, so they can go in my glove drawer. So I'm trying to keep this short, but kitchen garden this month, I don't know if you guys saw it, although I do think that's a bit of a cop-out actually. They advertised it as having a, there it is, as having a sewing guide, and I thought for a second there that was the sewing guide on the back, printed on the back of King's Seeds catalogue. Now, seed catalogues are great. They're great to have in your shed. I've never seen King's Seeds one actually, so that'll be an interesting read. They're great to have, especially if it rains. You can sit in your shed and have a flick through leaf catalogue, seed catalogue, and probably spend money that you didn't want to spend, but you know what, we all do it. But this, once again, something for the shed wall, is a sewing guide. Now, it's unfortunate that it's been printed on both sides, because in actual fact I like the information that's on both sides. But that's handy. In fact, for me, I'm probably going to hang the Knowing Your Seedlings side rather than the sewing guide side, because as I've said, you know, things like books are brilliant, but they obviously you can't, unless you republish every year, you can't cover all the new varieties of everything that comes out every year, the new F1s, the new hybrids. You can't possibly cover all that in a book or on something printed. Now, whilst this is great, and this is a pretty damn comprehensive sewing guide, you've got, just looking at the top one, so you've got your standard sort of seed packet style sowing, transplanting, time that it spends in the ground and harvesting, and then you've got a brief bit of information. So it is pretty good, but but like I say, it's more keyed to, it's a generic thing. And obviously, even here in the UK, a random elastic band in the packet. Even in, oh no, it was off the seeds, wasn't it? Even here in the UK, there is a difference in when the people down south, like in Cornwall and Norfolk, can sew things, to the people in the Midlands, to the people in the north. There is a gradient of time, and the very south to the very north can vary as much as a month and a half, even 2 months, especially on final frost dates. So these are great, but you have to know the adaptations that you need to make for you. For example, the Globe Artichoke says sow/transplant March, April. For me, not knowing where that's based, I would say early March. I'll show you what I'm looking at briefly. I would say early March is your south, late March to early April is your Midlands, and end of April is your far north. So yeah, you've to know and comprehend a little bit, and I have done, and it's a boring preachy video, I will give you, but it's full of very good information. I have done a video trying to break down the country into sections and relating it to the American sort of zone system. So do go back over the other videos and try and find that. Once again, you've got good old No Dig pioneer, not pioneer because he didn't pioneer it, but good old No Digger Charles Dowding. And once again, the articles on this magazine were valid to me, that's why I bought them. There's a section on brassicas, and there's a section on feeding yourself for free. There's a section on how to boost your produce with regards to feeding and things like that. So once again, very valid magazine. This, like I said, unless something comes up on the magazines that I want, is going to be my last magazine review. It is great, and it has brought in a lot of people, and a lot of people do enjoy them. If it is something you really want me to continue, let me know in the comments below, and if enough people say they would like me to continue revealing the magazines, then I'll continue it. But I think during the off season, I will stop doing them sort of January, sort of probably, where are we, November to January, February time. I'll stop buying them, but we'll see. If enough people want me to do them, I will continue to do them. So that's it from the magazines today. I do have another video to film, which you probably actually will have already seen, because I think no, you won't, because that's going to come out of sequence. I'm just going to edit that and release it. So the next video that's going to come out is going to be Wednesday's video, and I'm going to be doing, if for all you out there that are stuck, you've got a gardening significant other or a gardening friend, or you know a keen gardener and you want to buy them something for Christmas, we're going to be having a look at sort of some gift ideas for gardeners and keen gardeners to help dig you out of a hole, and last minute purchases, because I've been around and checked stocks on things and stuff like that, and there's a lot of stuff available. And also, a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about, it's worth buying vouchers for shops that sell these things if you want to take the voucher risk, because a lot of these things will go into January sales and things like that. They weren't on any that's why I've not put this video out too early. They weren't on any Black Fridays that I saw, or any Cyber Mondays that I saw. So hopefully we're going to get some good prices in the January sales. So make sure you subscribe for that. That's going to be Wednesday's video, and then next Friday's video is a plot tour. So yeah, guys, I'll see you later.